Hey guys, Ulysses here. So today we're gonna go to, I'm gonna take some photos and then we're gonna go to some of the Tokyo SPC guys' exhibitions out in central Tokyo. So yeah, it's gonna be like a quick vlog-y thing. I cut my hair, by the way. Do you see that? Yay! That's I cut a lot. Yeah, I look like some 90s douchebag in like a punk rock band or something, whatever. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. I know I've been out for like a week or two. I'm sorry. Work's been kind of crazy, but I'm trying to make more videos. So stay tuned. So guys, I decided to do Ask Me Anything on Instagram so I can kill some time for my vlog. Am I a genius? Yes. Are my highlights really blown out and really shiny? Like there's no tomorrow? Yes. Am I not that famous, so probably no one will actually answer my questions right now? Yes. Does it bother me? Not really. So yeah, let's see how this goes. And yeah, please ask me any questions, please. Also, on a random note, I'm getting really close to 10,000 followers on Instagram, which I really don't care about followers too much. But when you hit 10,000, you're allowed to post links. Hence, I can spam everyone with my YouTube links. And so that's why I'm really trying to aim for that target. But yeah, after that, I really don't care too much. But yeah, so please follow my Instagram account, please. Okay, so we finally got questions. Yay, thanks everyone. Castaneda_V asks, how do you use the focus? I think the question is, I guess, how do I focus in general? Depends on the camera. If I'm using something big like the EOS R, and then I don't care and I just set on auto. But if I'm using the Leica Q, which I use mainly for my street stuff, then I use both autofocus and manual focus when I feel lazy, and when it's a little bit dark, I might use autofocus. But I'm really trying to get into the scene. I use manual focus and I kind of use a mixture of zone focusing and hyperfocal distance. I usually have about two settings, like a medium distance setting, and a close setting, and I interchange while I'm at it. And yeah, so we're currently at Yoyogi Park, which is right next to Harajuku Station, and we're going to be taking some photos here before I go to the exhibition. Okay, so let's finally get through these questions. Never Do Drugs at Home asks, you said that you take photos every day. How do you stave off the feeling of uselessness? How do you stave off the feeling of uselessness? Not really sure what you mean by uselessness, but I guess maybe you're talking more about like creator's block or the worry of not being able to produce interesting photos. I guess I have it sometimes, but in general, I'm pretty happy when I'm taking photos. It's something that I knew I had some kind of aesthetic hunger in me. I wanted to be something like an artist. I wanted to learn design, I wanted to learn architecture, and I've always kind of stabbed around at it. Never really worked out. So for me, being able to take photos and hopefully taking good ones is always something exciting. And of course, I think as you get better at it, you know what photos are going to be good and what are not going to be good. But still, like, I think just the idea of being able to produce art that quickly, like you can't see my snap down here, that quickly is an amazing feeling. And I think candid photography, or what maybe people deem as street photography these days, that's definitely the strength of it, is that you can create art quickly, but most of it is probably shitty. Next question. Corey C. Photos asks me, sorry if I'm getting these names wrong, where is your favorite photography travel location? That's a great question. I've actually, since I haven't been taking photos for too long, I'm hoping to find other countries that I feel like I want to photograph more, or have the urge to document. For now, I don't know, all the countries that I've been to, other than, I mean, like, I mainly take photos in Tokyo, but then all the other countries that I've been to they're always different, and they always spark a new fire and this passion of taking photos. Just being in a new place with a camera is the best feeling. I would say Sydney is still the most memorable, just because that's where I learned how much I love photography. But also, yeah, more colorful countries like Myanmar was also really nice. And I'm trying to add on to that list, I think. Yeah, going forward, I'm looking to go to new places. I'm thinking of either Morocco or Haiti. They're very different places, but I'm looking for a new destination. Tokyo SPC.
NG 集に使われる動画。
ああ、そうだね。
いやいや、
飲みました。
そんなこと逆に東京 SPC 的には、じゃあ今結構なんか人数こう揃ってきてると思うんだけど、自分たちがやっていきたいものもあるんですかし、なんかその両立とかバランスとか今後どうみんなでやっていきたいのかみたいな、
なんかね、バランスっていうよりも方向性はこの間ナッツさんと話してた時に、それはナッツさんの口から話してたり、
まあその東急 SPC がなかったら、多分僕らもユニさんと会ってないし、今日のメンバーの、まあ、ダニエルとかも会ってないだろうから、そうだよね。東急 SPC はこれまで振り返るとハブとしてのすごい機能してたなと思うと、まあ、今後もなんか東京でストリートフォトグラファー、まあ、世界中のストリートフォトグラファーと出会うきっかけとして、東京 SPC が機能するようにもう少し仕掛けていきたいなと思って、別にそのコレクティブっていうよりはなんかやっぱまだフォトグラフィーのジャンルの中ではマイノリティ側だったり、アートジャンルではマイノリティ側だから、そのお互いが出会って思ってることを共有できる場所を作るっていうのが、SPC としてやりたいことかな。
そう、間違いない。
ああ、いいね。なんかこのハブであったり、なんかこのプラットフォームであったりに近い気がする、考え方として。面白いね。
そう、なんか ナッツさんよく言ってるのは、写真カメラはコミュニケーションツールだっていうのをすごい言ってて、俺めちゃめちゃそれ共感できるのは、やっぱりそういう世界中の人とかが東京来て、じゃあストリートフォトやろうと思った時に東京 SPC にコンタクト取ってくれて、なんかまさにそれこそリアルなコミュニケーションだなと思ってて。
確かに。
そうなんか俺はそういう世界に入れることがすごいめっちゃ嬉しいなと思って、本当にやってなかったら誰とも出会ってないというか、普通に今までの友達と飲んで終わりみたいな。
はいはいはい、すげえわかる。なんかまあ悪いことじゃないけど、
そう好きなんだけどね、彼らも
適当に遊んで今までと同じことやって
そう
飲んで、僕の場合はクソみたいにゲームして、こ
たまにギターとかみんなでやったりとか
こうなんか空虚感を感じて帰って、仕事かな
そうそうそうね、でもなんかこういう写真通してね、みんなでコミュニケーション取って楽しくいられるっていうのはすごい本当に誇りに思う。
必ずしもみんなが個人ブランディングしたいわけじゃないかったりするから、でも新しい人と出会いたい、その他のストリートフォトグラファーと交流したいっていう人の場所になればいいよなみたいな。
はいはいはいはい
ね。
いや本当にその通りだった。
Okay, hey guys. So sorry, this is actually the next day, and because I've gotten a little bit more questions than I expected, which is great, which is amazing. Thanks for all the questions. So I wanted to first answer off the questions that are left, and then I wanted to talk a little bit more about Tokyo SPC, if you don't know them. Salvador asks, why street photography? That's an amazing question. Thank you for the question. To answer that, I think, well, the interesting thing is I wouldn't even consider the things that I'm taking these days necessarily street photography, to be honest. It can be anything. It's really hard to put like a label on it these days. So for me, it's just more about candid photography. I choose to do candid photography because I can shoot anytime I want. And then I was talking about this with the Tokyo SPC guys last night, but also it's very empowering. It's art, but it can be done whenever you want. That's amazing, at your expense. However, it's really hard to get good at it, or very hard to master, and I feel like that's the art and that's the mystery and that's what makes candid photography, street photography, I don't know, very exciting. Jord Han asks, if no one ever saw your photos ever, would you still take them? That's a great question. That's a very good question. I would say probably yes, yeah. But I'll be very honest, I think I wouldn't be as motivated as I am. It would be more of a slower process, because if I'm not showing my photos to anyone, I know that I wouldn't be making any money out of it, I think. Pretty much. So it would be more of a hobby, and I would know to myself that I wouldn't be able to make a living off of it, or that wouldn't be my life work, right? I think. Is the mic on? Yeah, it is. So I think the answer is yeah. Again, I would probably do it, but I wouldn't be as motivated, and I wouldn't do it as frequently. And it would be more of a slow enjoyment that I would do throughout my lifespan. There we go. Alex on Streets. Hey Alex asks, will you come down to Fukuoka sometime? So for those of you watching, Fukuoka is a different prefecture in Japan. I live in Tokyo, and Fukuoka, this is Japan. Tokyo's here, Fukuoka's like here. So it's pretty far actually. Well, I'd be down. Like, to be honest, I like traveling within Japan, and then once I get more time and try to, maybe if I can integrate it into going to other places, and then Fukuoka can be kind of like a stay there for a few days, as like a long road trip thing, then yeah, I could see that happening. Books and Roses asks, if you hit a slump or a creative block, what would you do to pick yourself back up? Well, you know what? Something that always motivates me is watching videos and looking through books of the photographers that I really, really respect. So for me, listening to Gary Winogrand's words and Joel Meyerowitz's words on YouTube, watching whatever footage that Pinkasov has on YouTube, or any of his photo books, those always re-spark my energy. And then there's a lot of other photographers that I admire, but those are just some examples. When I read through their books, or when I hear their words, I feel the very unlimited power that candid photography has. Another question by Books and Roses: how long did it take you to feel comfortable in walking around and taking pics of people, or did it come naturally? Interesting. I'm still not too comfortable. Weirdly enough, I don't feel that comfortable, I'd say. Like, I don't actually take, like, I can't do like a street portrait, for example. That's something I don't think I could do, maybe ever. But yeah, it's more of a, for me, it's been more of like a gradual process. You know, I make sure to make my photos as candid as possible. I don't interact with people within the frame or the environment that I'm in usually. So in that sense, maybe I don't know, I feel comfortable within my own way of shooting, I think. Marshall Duman, oh my boy, Marshall, asks, how to develop a style, question mark? That's a great question. How to develop a style. I don't know, you just gotta keep on shooting, like, a lot, I think. I'm sorry, that's not really the best answer, I think. But yeah, shooting a lot, but also revisiting and understanding what you're good at is also important. What are you good at? What are you looking at on the streets? What are your triggers? Redefining your triggers are really good. Like, are you reacting to people with emotion? Are you reacting to certain colors? Understanding that, and then trying to create your own shooting style also helps. Like, are you zone focusing? Then that means then you're going to be shooting at a certain distance. So maybe that's good if you're trying to develop your style, because then you have this certain look attached to it, right? Or are you shooting up super close? Or are you shooting super far? Like, those things all end up determining what your style is. And then, again, keep on shooting and then go back a bit and then try to understand where you're at. And then going forward, you can say, okay, well, I'll stick to this a little bit more. Or you can say, okay, maybe I'd like to change things up a bit because things are getting a little bit stale. Julie Yu asks, as a street photographer, how do you balance living in the moment versus capturing it? That's interesting. You know what? I'll be brutally honest and say, when I'm outside with a camera, I'm very much looking for interesting stuff to happen, or I'm always looking for a shot. So I don't know. That's a good question. Am I living the moment? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to capture it. But for me, at least, capturing that moment or getting something on within the photo that I took is the most important thing. And when I get to look at that photo later, then I could be like, that was a nice moment. Or it's like, that day was a beautiful day. Or, I don't know, I could see something within the photo and then I feel something different. So for me, I guess being live within that situation doesn't matter too much. I mean, that's just how I see things. But of course there's exceptions where I know certain things in life are beautiful but will never be as beautiful on a photograph because they're different. and situations like that do exist, then I don't even bother taking the photo because I would know that it's not going to be a good photo anyways. Yeah, great question. Okay, so guys, before I finish this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about Tokyo SPC. If you guys don't know them, they're a street photography club based in Tokyo with yeah, they're quite a young group and I love them. I mean, like, I guess they're my age, yeah, and we think similarly, and then there's like this new age of photographers, candid photography mainly, and they're really very active and I love it. I wanted to talk about them a bit. So I get along with a lot of them, and especially I talk a lot with the founder and the co-founder, which is Nuts Tokyo, Yusuke, and Koichi Enomoto, the co-founder. They're amazing people. They're very passionate about photography and candid photography and the art of it. They're both amazing photographers, and we always talk about what's the footing that candid photography has within the world of art, I would say. So recently, Nuts Tokyo with Yusuke, the founder, started a YouTube channel. Great. And also the co-founder, Koichi Enomoto, started a YouTube channel. And it was really nice talking to them about our personal development and what our goals are for photography, but in life in general, and seeing how YouTube might fit in or might not fit in going forward, or how we intend to, just grow everything, hopefully, right? So go support them. They're both amazing people. I love them to death. So for me, starting off this YouTube channel, I think Samuel from Samuel Street Life was a big inspiration for me to start this YouTube channel. And then I started this YouTube channel believing that I have something that I can share about serious, candid photography. Doesn't even have to be candid, actually. Serious photography and good photography as an art form. And I still believe that I could share something about it different from everyone on this platform. And it's just a matter of how I represent or how I express myself, which I'm not very good at. So I'm going forward. That's probably one of the things I'm working on. Yeah, but yeah, that's one of the roadblocks that I have. But for me, again, Samuel was a big inspiration. But at the same time, I felt kind of alone, I would say. There's not many people doing YouTube around me. And it's not, in Japan actually, I would say it's not a very common thing still for people to do YouTube and, lug around big cameras and take video of themselves walking around the streets. So the news that Nuts Tokyo, Yusuke, the founder of Tokyo SPC, and the co-founder of Tokyo SPC, Koichi Enomoto, both started YouTube channels and are planning on taking video going forward too, was very comforting for me. It's a very great piece of news. Yeah, again, I feel very soothed, or some pressure off of me, because I don't know, for me it's kind of like serious photographers, how do they think of photographers that are on YouTube, right? It's because it's a new and upcoming thing. It's not something that's very, I don't know, there's no foundation to it yet. So I think we're talking about going forward, maybe that's something that needs to change, and hopefully by doing it together we can fight back any kind of backlash that might happen, or we can stay strong, and then when we have problems going forward, then we can talk to each other, and maybe we can even do videos together, right? So guys, yeah, sorry, I ended up talking a lot, but thanks for tuning in, and then you know what, I need to do this more. Press the like button for me, because I need some help. Yeah, no, I guess it'll help if you hit the like button, and then hopefully if you subscribe, I'll definitely be making more content going forward, as I've been promising continuously, and it's getting better. Let me know your thoughts on this video on the comment section below, and then I'll see you next time. Goodbye.